Almost there, for sure. There's still detail that we're discussing. We had meetings yesterday. We've got a day-long meeting tomorrow. We're now down to the detail, but it's detail which is very important that we get right. And that is what we're working on at the moment. And that's the treaty text, which is currently about 250 pages. As I said, there are a lot of parallel documents, like administrative arrangements, protocols, and annexes. There are many of those, and a lot of the detail in those is being finalized there as well. So yes, it's a fair comment to make. We're very, very advanced, getting there, inching forward, it feels sometimes, but certainly getting there.
One of the areas you're keen to emphasize and explain was the issue of residency, which has caused some confusion.
Yes, I mean, this is the centerpiece of the treaty for us in Gibraltar. This is why we wanted a treaty with the European Union after Brexit, and this is what we've achieved. I mean, the regime works on the basis of residence. It's a big change to what we've had before, whereby residence card holders haven't been able to cross the border as fluidly as ID card holders. So what the treaty does is it bases the right, the Schengen right to movement on residence. Whether you have the red ID card, which is what we Gibraltarian have, those who enjoy Gibraltarian status, or whether you have a residence card, the magenta card or the blue card or the green card. So both will have equal value for the purposes of the treaty. Both of us will be able to enjoy access to the Schengen area in the same way and be exempt from the entry-exit system and the stamping and automatic stamping coming in the future.
Now, some really important detail has emerged about the treaty tonight, the capability, the capacity this treaty gives to companies that are registered in Gibraltar that might want to do business in Spain or invest in Spain. I mean, this is going to be a game changer for many, isn't it?
Absolutely, and I think that's where the issue of who can work and the frontier workers, how they can operate, comes into play in a very big way. I mean, we will keep UK focused for services and goods focused towards Spain and the rest of the EU.
And you also mentioned that, for example, a Brit who might now wish to go and live in Spain might be aided in their application form should they have employment in Gibraltar.
Yes, I mean, under EU law does not tell each member state what exact rules they have to apply in order to allow third country nationals to go and live in their country. So Spain and France and Italy, they can decide who can come and live, for people who are not EU nationals. There are some EU conditions, obviously, like alerts and wanted people, so those are obviously excluded. But other than that, a UK British national can apply to reside in Spain and go through the process of applying. What Brexit did, it deprived them from the automatic right to reside in Spain, but they can still reside in Spain. And what we are saying is that if gainful employment, for example, is one of the conditions that have to be met in order for Spain to grant residency to a UK British national, then the fact that they work in Gibraltar is good enough for them to be able to tick that box. And that is highly achievable.
Mr. Llamas, you said that the remarkable thing about this treaty was that it offers the potential, well, the ability for mobility of goods and people and aviation to expand. And these are things that were never available to us before. So just tell us a little bit about the opportunities this unleashes now.
Well, I think it's one of the greatest achievements we've had in this negotiation is that we've been able to take the Gibraltar of today, not the Gibraltar of 1972 when we joined the European Union, and been able to look at the areas of EU law which are fundamentally important to Gibraltar. And it so happens, whether by paradox or something else, that the three areas were three areas that we did not apply to Gibraltar. Schengen, and the whole customs and free movement of goods. Aviation did apply, but there was the Spanish veto, so effectively the European skies were never open for Gibraltar. Now this treaty removes the Spanish veto and it opens up the airport to flights into the Schengen area.
Mr. Llamas, finally, any idea at all as to when you think the treaty text will finally be complete?
Difficult to say. I hope the text is going to be complete soon. And then there's a whole process for it to come into force that will take a bit longer.
Of course, but when you say soon, do you mean this side of Christmas?
Yes,
For sure?
pretty sure.